Then you have like autocrat, despot, authoritarian tyrant. It's like he opposes the intelligence agencies. Usually, the intelligence agencies of any despot are like a tool to subjugate the citizenry. That's not how Trump, rolls. Ring and constitutional, thank you. Thank you. They're going to come out, and it'll be what's his name on CNN. For years we knew that something was wrong with Trump. We didn't know what. He was orange, he was mean, he was a monster. But now we have a theology professor from so-and-so university saying that in a new book, God doesn't exist, but the devil is Trump. Yes, Professor, this is a very good thing, that you've written. So are you saying, well, do you believe in God? Well, not exactly, I'm actually an atheist, but I do believe that the devil probably exists. Yes, go on. And so your book says that Trump is actually the devil incarnate. Yes. In fact, there's all the attributes. We've looked and we have a modular matrix. We have a model, right? I love whenever you get like the educated, morally superior, educated. We have a model, right? We've developed this model of every description of the great deceiver from, biblical times onward. And within this model, we give a score to, it's based on our model. We give this a score to differentiate between people who are, more godly and people who are more like the great deceiver. And so, for example, you get President Obama with a, 100 being, pitchfork and horns. Trump gets a 100, whereas President Obama only gets a 20. And Bush, he actually gets a 54. Yeah. But Trump gets a 100. Rumsfeld and Cheney get a 61, 62. Yeah. He meets every criteria for, the guy in the red suit with horns and pitchforks. Yeah. And they will do it. And they'll be like, hi, Caroline, hello. They will be like, it's true, you know what? He actually is. Trump is Satan. Yes. It says here right in the model. Vox published it. It has to be right. 538 did a whole thing with polls and stuff. They took a poll of all the religious leaders in the world, and 85% said Trump is the great deceiver. It's the truth. So then it'll be a book. Michael Wolff's new book will be, angels, familiar with the matter. Afterlife, beings within the afterlife, familiar with the matter, who've come down to, who have actually been able to, reappear and speak to humans, have said that God himself feels that Trump is the absolute most dangerous human who's ever lived. And then you get, what's his name? What are you willing to do about it? They're ramping up the rhetoric because they've run out of material. They have nothing. They don't have any. They don't have. They don't have any. They don't have any valid critique of Donald. I mean, there are valid critiques of Donald Trump. That's true, of course. But they don't have any, specific critique of anything he's done within the past 6 months, because he hasn't been in the Oval Office. The man hasn't been in the Oval Office. He's still their nightmare. Because Biden hasn't done anything really special. He's done a couple things good, actually. Most of what he's done has not been good. Inflation is through the roof. Crime is soaring. The economy is in the tank. Unemployment was up last jobs report. The infrastructure, I still don't get this infrastructure bill. It will actually decrease GDP. I don't get it. I don't understand it at all. Why would you vote on something that decreases GDP? I don't get it. Eric Lindestead, hello. You know what? Nobody got it. I'm glad you got it. Eric, thank you. And what'll happen is 2022 is going to be a rude awakening. Remember Rick Rude? The Rude Awakening? How great was the WWF before the WWE? Well, actually, WWE was okay too. But the older version was fantastic. How good? How amazing was it? You had, oh my God, you had so many great Rowdy Piper and Macho Man Randy Savage and Jake the Snake. Those were my favorites. They were my favorite. Hulk Hogan. You had so many great. You just had so many great, stars. Ultimate Warrior, he was awesome. Ravishing Rick Rude, he was awesome. And then the newer, I go up to like Steve Austin, and then he was awesome. And then and Mankind. That match with Undertaker was, after that, then I kind of really stopped watching. Actually, WrestleMania 3 was the best thing one of the best things I ever saw growing up in my life. WrestleMania 3 with Andre the Giant. And how great was that? Hacksaw Jim Duggan was good too, yeah? Yeah, I remember Hacksaw Jim Duggan. Iron Sheik! I make you humble! Iron Sheik. I'm gonna make you humble. He was one of the best. I actually do. Jabroni. I actually used to do a good Iron Sheik. Iron Sheik was one of the greats. Go look up Iron Sheik versus Andre the Giant on YouTube. That's right. Oh, the British Bulldogs. The British Bulldogs. They were awesome. The Hart Foundation. Remember them? Bret Hart was awesome. And you can go just, Didn't Roddy Piper, I love Roddy Piper. I'm Macho Man. Didn't Roddy Piper star in that amazingly weird but very on topic aliens movie like Subversion of Society? Yeah, I think he did. Starius 2, yes. They did branch out, I remember, into like movies and stuff. Yep. J Spot 51, yes. But you look, ladies and gentlemen, and like, you look at all the great wrestlers, you learn more about, it was actually the drama and the theater along with the athleticism, it was like infinitely more genuine than anything in politics in this day and age. Politics today is all phony, fake. They're really actors. Like these politicians, most of the politicians are truly actors. Except Mr. Bagato. He's not an actor at all. I came down to Paris to praise him. I came down to praise him. Oh, hold on one second. Friends from this country, send me here. Lend me here. Don't send it to me. Lend me. Okay, hold on. Let me see if I can read Shakespeare. Hold on one second. Truly a Caesar. All right, so Sarah. Friends of his countrymen, lend me your ears. This is Mr. Mercado. I came to Paris, you should not to praise him. The evil that man did lives in their life. Lives after them, and there goes off in dirt in their bones. So let it be with Caesar, the noble Brutus. I can't do it. Trump. Mr. McConnell is out. I remember I had to memorize some of this in high school. So, ladies and gentlemen, okay. Let's see. It's the height of narcissism, and that's really what it comes down to. It's really what it comes down to. It's the height of narcissism. It's about how can you find a way to tear down somebody else, and in doing so lift yourself up, or lift yourself up by tearing down someone else. Also, I will say this, and this is not the case because it's perfectly rational and logical to be agnostic or an atheist. Totally, it's completely fine, especially if you don't replace religion with politics. It's completely rational. But if you don't have a belief in a God, I don't think you are likely, I should say, to look at things from a bird's eye viewpoint, from an aggregate perspective. You're basically, so like if you were to ask a morally superior liberal atheist who always votes Democrat no matter what, if you were to ask them, well, why do you think 74 million Americans voted for Trump? Do you think maybe there's some good reasons? No. They were led off a cliff, like what's his name with the flute and all the lemmings. No good things at all. I mean, and there's no reason to like him at all. Everything's bad. And like that's the